Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another video guide for Ark Valguero. Today in this video, folks, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showcasing and showing off the Deinonychus, how to tame it, and everything that you need to know about getting it, and of course what it's capable of doing. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to support me in the channel by hitting that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new and haven't already for more similar content from myself. And if you have just subscribed, why not check out some of my other videos and guides here on this channel? Who knows, you might just enjoy them. And don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I upload new videos and content. Of course, also for those interested, you can always find me on the Sethtopia Discord. Links to this you can find down below in the video's description, as well as in a pinned comment from myself. Now, before we get into where the eggs are and how to raise them, as well as where to find the eggs, we're going to have a quick look at the Deinonychus, what it does, what it looks like, and stuff like that. So obviously behind me there are 3 Deinonychuses, probably not the way you say it, but hey ho. We have a level 1, a level 135, and a level 150, just to kind of show you the base stats of these creatures. Obviously, according to the devs, the Deinonychus is meant to be a glass cannon. It is, as you will see in a bit, fairly flimsy. However, I have played around with it, managed to breed a couple of these, and look at their stats as they breed, and obviously the effect of imprinting. And I can tell you that whilst initially they are glass cannons, they do have a lot of potential. So these are what the eggs look like. Obviously I'm using the S Plus hatchery to get these things hatched, but it only stops it just before it's about to hatch, so I don't have a lot of these things wandering around whilst I'm trying to make the video. So this is what the stats are for a level 1 Deinonychus. As you can see, they are okay-ish. Obviously it does excel a lot in melee damage. It doesn't have a lot of HP, and it doesn't have a lot of carry weight, and it doesn't have a lot of stamina. Here we have a level 135. Obviously the points that the game allocates for this creature are random, but this kind of gives you an idea of what to expect. These are Deinonychuses that I have, of course, spawned in and force tamed. So as you can see, this is a level 150, just to kind of give you the idea of what these things can do. Then we'll take out the 150. Let's see what it can do. Now obviously the Deinonychus can climb on objects, so we'll do that. And that looks like the game it did crash. So I wonder if this is random or what, because it is quite weird. Okay, maybe this is one of these problems that the game has until the devs fixes the problem. Alright, we're back in again. Let's give this another go. Let's see what happens. I'm going to try and do this. Okay. Oh, never mind. I guess trying to climb does not work with the Deinonychus. I mean, that is what it's meant to do, but every time I seem to try and climb, as you can see, it does disconnect from the server. Of course, the Deinonychus also has several abilities and several attacks, so we're going to showcase those, and then we will get into where you can find them. So this is what C does. If you press space, it jumps, and left click, of course, is a claw attack. Let's have a look at that. C seems to be on a timer, so I can't use that anymore. I'm not quite sure what the roar actually does, if it is a debuff or a buff for the pack. It does have the pack buff, as you can see on its head, because I'm close to other tame Deinonychus. So that is the jump. It does glide, and one nice thing about the Deinonychus, whilst it is a bit of a glass cannon, it does seem to have the ability to jump from a very high height without taking fall damage. That is a massive bonus for this creature. It is a wonderful creature. It does look like the raptor. It is obviously a part of the raptor family. And one other special ability that this does, that's the roar again. I should have probably gone into K mode to show you what it looks like. When you get close to a large creature, you can pounce on it and then attack it. As you can see, it does do a decent amount of damage. 130 is a lot of damage for a small creature like this. Obviously the pounce and the latching on to the creature does consume stamina, and obviously the Deinonychus does not have a lot of stamina. However, with breeding, from what I have seen, you can of course up the stats quite significantly, and by imprinting it could become a very powerful creature. As it stands out of the wild, of course it is very much so a glass cannon. However, as I said, I have played around with the Deinonychus in terms of just simply, of course, fully imprinting it and seeing what that does, and it does seem to gain quite a bit with regards to the stats through imprinting. Now, with those details out of the way, let's get into how you go about getting these eggs. Now, obviously, the Deinonychus is a pack creature, and over here, as you can see, I am on a Rex. This is a 150 perfect tame, if you want. Oh, I have leveled up some of its HP. I'm also going to show you the location for the Deinonychus and where it can be found. Obviously, to tame the Deinonychus, we'll need to get the fertilized eggs from the wild Deinonychus. The location in which the wild Deinonychus spawns will also spawn creatures such as Rexes and rock golems, so do bear that in mind. To my right there, you will see as I walk past them that there are 2 rock golems. This is my location, and this is the entry into the area that spawns in the Deinonychuses. Now, I probably butchered the plurals, but whatever. What I was gonna say is there are roughly around 3 to 4 nests in this area. However, I have also seen eggs on the ground. I don't know if that is a glitch that commonly happens, but do bear that in mind. Now, I have chosen to do this at night because it is easier to spot them, as of course they are fertilized eggs, and with all fertilized eggs in Ark, they have a reddish aura. Now, the reason I have chosen a Rex is because it is big, it is tanky, it does a decent amount of damage, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing what we do with the wyverns, and that is, of course, you want to kill the Deinonychus in this area, and I do mean try and kill all of them, because it seems to work on the same mechanics as the wyvern, in that when new Deinonychus spawn in, it will have a chance of spawning an egg with them. Now, this is quite random in terms of the level of the egg. It will choose, by the looks of it, a level of one of the random Deinonychus that the game has spawned in. So over here is a nest. You can see it right below the Rex, and it is a egg with a red aura. That is what we're after. This is the location for this particular nest. So you can see it both on the map and the GPS. I'm going to get my rifle ready just in case. We'll pick up the egg, mount the Rex, carry on as well. As I said, it is a good thing to try and do this at night. You can, of course, see the eggs a heck of a lot easier. And whilst I will be showing you the location for the nests in this area, I have, of course, also seen what looked to me like an egg on the ground. I have picked it up, of course, but there wasn't a nest underneath it. Now, I'm not sure if there was a visual glitch or what, but that was one of the situations that I found myself in. Now, I am going to try and take my time to clear out the trees as well. It does help with visibility. There's another rock golem. I'm going to ignore it. I'm going to kill the Deinonychus though, because I want them to respawn. As I said before, they do seem to work on the same principle as with the wyverns. Now, if you see an egg that you do not want, what I would say is pick up the egg, eat it, and then that's that. Just in case it is identical. I haven't really tested in detail to see if it is exactly the same as the wyvern spawns, so do bear that in mind. What I am telling you is what I've seen from the tests of this area that I've run. Now, in front of me there is another egg. This is the damage I've taken on the Rex. So of course you can use other creatures such as aloes. You can try and use in a Giga. Giga does pretty much have the ability to one-shot them. You can use bred Rexes. It's just up to you what you choose to use for this particular mission. I saw a Deinonychus here, so I'm going to kill this one as well. Also, in terms of strategy for killing the Deinonychus, obviously they apply bleed, which you don't really want to have too much of this stacked on you because it will hurt. So you want to attack them or have them in front of you and use the creature's bite and slowly back away so that they're always in front of you. If they end up behind you, as you just saw there, what I then do is run in a circle, try and outrun the Deinonychus, and end up basically with the Deinonychus in front of the creature's mouth that I'm mounted on, so that, of course, I can damage it. You can, of course, by this method, inflict the maximum amount of damage with the benefit of taking little damage, as the Rex does also have a small knockback. So I'm going to go and check this nest out. Once again, I'm going to clear out the trees. I don't want any surprises with regards to the Deinonychus. As you can see, also the Deinonychus is not immediately aggressive towards the Rex, which is also a good thing. That gives you the possibility of being the first to attack. There are some high level Deinonychus in this area, so I'm hoping to get a decent egg. Okay. I'm just having a look around just to make sure. And there isn't anything, so I'm just going to go down in a bit to pick up the egg. This is, again, my location. It hasn't really changed all that much, but I thought I might as well show this location, as there are two nests close to each other where I am currently situated. I'm going to make my way towards the exit. I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for any new nests. The bigger issue with the Rex is, as you can see, we have to go through trees and through obstacles, which can make it quite easy to miss out on a nest, which is why I came here at night, just to kind of show you. Okay, there's another rock golem there. At night, they are easy to spot. So I saw another one not far from here. Let's go and check out that one. We'll get rid of these fellas right there, pick up the eggs, and then go back to base and carry on with hatching them. So after I pick up this egg, I will be showing you everything that you need to know with regard to raising your Deinonychus. They're not that complicated, they're fairly straightforward, and obviously as you raise your Deinonychus, do bear in mind that imprinting will make a big difference, so you do want to try and imprint on it as often as possible. Alright, here we are with the S Plus hatchery in front of me. I am going to drop some of the stuff that I don't need. I don't really want these eggs, so I'm going to eat them. I dropped the egg that I wanted. The hatchery should pick them up. I will take the eggs that I want to hatch. Now, to my right, I have what I like to call a little incubation room. Now, it is a level higher than the floor, and underneath it, there are air cons. Obviously, I am using the S Plus air cons, so they don't make a lot of noise. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to simply drop the eggs onto the ground. So, obviously, by dropping them onto the ground, because of the air cons underneath it, it should hatch the eggs. The good thing about this method of hatching room is that if you're going to be hatching a lot of eggs, whether it's Deinonychus, Rexes, whatever, if you're going to be bulk hatching, there is a good chance that if you have the air cons exposed, that the creatures will get stuck in the air cons. However, with this method, it is a flat surface. It is surrounded by gateways, so I can quite easily get these guys out really quick. Now, also, before you do anything else, don't forget to disable wandering on your babies, because they will have a tendency to wander. Also, as they are fresh out of the egg, you will want to feed them raw meat. So once you've decided where you want to raise your brand new Deinonychus, go into the inventory, chuck on them as much meat as you can, and then wait for the imprinting, as it is a good thing to do with these guys. It will significantly boost their stats. Now, I personally prefer to fill their inventory up with meat, but of course that is down to individual preference. So with all that, everything is good and fine, but at what level can you actually craft a saddle for these guys? So, of course, as you can see, a Deinonychus saddle can be crafted at level 32, and as you will see over here, these are the items required to make a saddle. So this is a creature you can get really early on in the game. I would suggest getting a Aloe or a Rex or a medium to large carnivore to, of course, get the eggs. That is it for this video, folks. I do hope that you have found it useful and informative and have enjoyed it. If you have, please do not forget to support me in the channel by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and haven't already for more similar content from myself. And if you have just subscribed, why not check out some of my other videos and content here on this channel? Who knows, you might just enjoy them. And of course, don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I upload new videos on the channel. Also, for those interested, you can always find me on the Sethtopia Discord. Links to this you can find down below in the video's description, as well as in a pinned comment from myself. Until next time, stay safe, folks.